guys, welcome back to this drum lesson. Okay, we're going to get warmed up, and this week I want you to copy my rhythms. Okay, so I'm going to play something on my snare, and then I want you guys to clap it back. Okay, got your hands ready? Let's do it. Nice job. All right. And last one. Nice, there we go. It's so important to get warmed up with whatever you're doing on the drums, okay? So this time, we're going to be looking at something called rudiments, okay? Rudiments are like the foundations of drumming, and if you know your rudiments, you're going to be a great drummer. So I want to start you off with 2 this time, okay? The first one is a single stroke roll, and that goes right, left, okay? And the idea with the roll is that you try and play them as quick as you can. So what I want you to do, put your right hand on your right leg, your left hand on your left leg, and see how quick you can get your rights and your lefts going. I want to see how quick you can do it. Go for it. All right. Okay, and then the second one is your double stroke roll, which is very similar, but you double up every hand. So now you're going to go right, left, right, left. All right, same thing. Hands on your legs. Let's see what you can do. Go for it. Nice, guys, nice. All right, this genre is called rock. Some of you might know about rock. Heard of rock music before? Okay, so the most important drum in rock is the snare drum, okay? It needs to be big. It needs to be loud. It needs to be very, very present in what it's doing, okay? So a classic song for this is AC/DC's Back in Black, okay? You're going to hear the riff, and then I'm going to bring in the drum groove with that big, loud snare drum, okay? Let's do it. There you go. Did you hear it, guys? Did you hear that big snare drum? I hope so. All right, so our top tip for this lesson, okay, is all about the level of your drums, okay? Making sure that the noise level is right, the volume of the drums is appropriate to the song, okay? We don't want too much kick drum. We don't want too much hi-hat, okay? All the best drummers know what needs to be what level when they're playing the drums. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you next time, guys.
Hi, I'm Ollie, and welcome back to another video on the guitar. So let's start with a warm-up, shall we? This time we're going to be warming up in a 4/4 time signature. Now what that means is that we have 4 beats. So we're going to start off working through a quarter note rhythm, and you can clap along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now let's look at an 8th note rhythm. We're going to look at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can clap along with this one as well. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very good. Now we're going to look at a 16th note rhythm. So we're going to have a 1 E and A. You ready? 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Very good. So now we're going to look at a piece of music, specifically something from film and TV. So I'm going to play, and I want you to guess what you think it might be. You ready? Did you guess correctly? That's right, it was Star Wars, of course. So, my top tip for today's lesson is going to be to remember the names of the strings. Now, I know that might sound obvious, but when you're reading a piece of tab, it's really important that you can remember each string so you can follow along correctly. So if we just recite the names of the strings one more time, it was E, A, D, G, B, and E. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Hi, welcome back. It's Emma again with a bit more on piano. I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to read music. But first we're going to do a warm-up, and our warm-up today is all to do with counting. It's very important to count when you play the piano. So here is an exercise that you can do without even needing a piano. I'd like you on your knees to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 and keep a really steady beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you're ready, see if you can double it like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Easy? Okay, so in piano we read from lined music called sheet music, and these lines come in groups of 5, and that is called our stave. And because we have 2 hands as a piano player, we have to read 2 groups of staves at the same time, and they are both written slightly differently, so it's a bit of a brain training game to be able to read right hand and left hand at the same time. So in our right hand, if you think on every line and in the spaces in between, that is where our notes will go, and those notes correspond to a very specific note on the piano. So in the right hand, the bottom line is an E, then it goes up, G, B, D, and F. And a good rhyme to remembering these is every good boy deserves fun. Now today I'm going to play you some film music, because film music is another style of music that is very, very fun to put onto the piano. I have been looking at John Williams, who is a very famous film composer. You might recognise some of his tunes. Have a listen. How many did you recognise? Alright, I hope you've enjoyed this session, and I will see you again soon.
Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to be looking at using the vowels in our warm-up with the piano. So the one we're going to look at in this episode is ah. And you can think about the shape that that creates in your vocal cords and in your mouth. Ah. So you can have a go at doing that now. Ah. I would say it creates a square shape. And you can imagine the shape that it creates in your vocal cords as well. So when we're using ah to warm up, you can play some notes on the piano to accompany the voice and make sure we're singing the right note. Ah. So in the vocal lessons, what we'll be doing is warming up with lots of keys across the piano. So let's try that a step higher. Ah. You can see we're stretching out the A and making it into an ah rather than an A. Now, when we apply this to our favourite songs, we can really see how that works. So the song that I've chosen with the R sound is called Bare Necessities. It's from Jungle Book. So we've got look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities and Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities alive. Wherever I wander, wherever I big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants and take a glance at the fancy ants, then maybe try a few. The bare necessities of life will come to you. So you can see when I said bare, I used the A vowel to stretch out the word and create great tone in the song. So the top tip for today is to open out the vowels when we're singing. So when I sung bare, we're going to stretch out, and we can apply this to every single word. The centre will always have the vowel. So it works with bare, or we could say with home, home. You stretch out the O and you finish it off with the M at the end. So that was it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.